Hello, we're going outside shortly and I'm going to show you my homemade slug stop, and it really does stop slugs. Once they pay a visit they don't come back. But I've got to tell you, I use slug pellets. I kill the slugs, and the reason I do that is because just deterring the slugs might mean they'll come back. And I've watched quite a few videos on the subject, and I've seen the video with the eggshells, and I've seen the video with the slugs crawling over the eggshells, and I've seen the video with the coffee grounds, but I've never seen any dead slugs. Presumably it gives them a buzz, as does the ring of copper. That supposedly gives them a buzz, but I don't believe it kills them. I've never seen any dead slugs in any of these videos, so presumably after they've had a shot of caffeine or whatever the copper ring does to them, they retreat and find something else to eat, or maybe come back later when they've got their courage up and go right across it and eat your vegetables. I don't know. And the only other way that I've seen that seems to be effective, but it's not for me, is to go out in the middle of the night with a torch when it's raining, and pick them up, pick these slugs up and relocate them, because that's when they tend to be out, when it's dark and when it's wet. But if you're going to do that, you best warn your neighbours, otherwise you might find that the cops are paying you a call. So yeah, this is what I'm going to use, these slug pellets. I'm going to use them in my slug stop. It's important you read the instructions, it's important you read the precautions, and if I just read you one or two off the back of here and then tell you why I think my slug stop is the way to go. Don't leave heaps of slug pellets on the soil. They could be fatal to pets if eaten in quantity. So yeah, if you've got a cat or a dog or a rabbit or any other pet for that matter, you certainly don't want them eating slug pellets. So then it tells you to scatter them. Okay, so clearly there then are no heaps of slug pellets, but it also tells you to be careful that when you scatter them, you don't actually scatter them onto your vegetables and the slug pellets become lodged within the vegetable, in a lettuce for example, or in the forks of celery stems, and then you take them indoors and you eat the slug pellets. So we don't want them in heaps, but we want to scatter them. But when we do scatter them, we want to be careful that we don't bring them back indoors and we eat them ourselves. So it's a bit conflicting, this. It makes you think, well, which way should I go? Well, I'll show you the way I'm going, and I'll tell you the advantages of the way I'm going, and then we'll go outdoors and we'll have a look at one of my slug stops. Okay, right, let's have a look at what you're going to be needing to make your own slug stop. Well, this is minimal, isn't it? What have we got here? We've got a bottle top. What we're going to do with that is we're going to sink that in the soil to the level of the top, and we're going to fill it with slug pellets. So we're going to have a pile of pellets. We're going to have a pile of pellets in that bottle top. Now, one of the other things it says on this container, which I didn't read out earlier, but it's just reminded me, is that you shouldn't scatter these just before it rains. Well, that tells me that the rain's going to do something to these pellets, perhaps dissolve them, and perhaps then they wouldn't work as efficiently. So we really need to keep the rain off these pellets if we're going to put them out. Okay, so we've got pellets in this bottle top and we've sunk it into the soil so it's level with the soil. What if we do this? Pebble, 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 pebble. Okay, pushed into the soil. Let's put a roof on there. With this piece of slate, how good's that? How good's that? It's now showerproof. The rain's not going to go anywhere near those slug pellets, is it? And furthermore, I think we all know that slugs like it when they're out of sight. And when they crawl under there, they're out of sight, aren't they? And when they eat those slug pellets, that will be the slugs' last supper. Come on, let's go outside. I'll show you one that I've got in operation at the moment. Come on. Come on, Moll. Come on, lass. Good girl. One thing I haven't mentioned to control slugs is nematodes. You may have seen them advertised. They're a bit pricey for my liking, and particularly just growing a few vegetables in my garden. If I was a commercial grower, I might consider nematodes, but as I'm not, then this is what I'll use. The other advantage of this slate roof, apart from keeping the slug pellets dry, is that it will keep your pets off. Your pets can't access those slug pellets, and neither can frogs or birds or any of the other creatures that might visit your garden that would like to eat the snails. They can't access those slug pellets, so they are quite safe there. They're in the one location, they're not scattered all over the place, and at the end of the season you can simply dispose of them if that's what you decide to do, so they won't be left in the soil. This is my slug trap with its waterproof slate roof, and I've got it set in amongst some lettuce and some celery, a favourite food of slugs. So we've got it set in the right place. Now what we'll do is I'll take the roof off, I'll let you see what's underneath, and that's the Slug Stop. How easy is that? 4 pebbles, a bottle top with some slug pellets in, and a piece of slate sat on top to form a roof. Snails will just love getting under that. When they find those slug pellets, that'll be their last supper. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg signing out.